Have you ever felt that you were a part of something much larger than yourself? When we look at the global population, in 1913 there were approximately 1.7 billion people residing on the Earth. In 2013, we have almost 7 billion currently residing among us. That is almost 7 times the amount that we had 100 years ago. And in 2050, there was a projected 9.2 billion global population. Now, when we look at this information, it's hard to believe that any one person can make any significant difference in the world. But from history, we know this isn't the case. Theodore Roosevelt, Harvey Milk, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Susan B. Anthony, Eli Whitney, Albert Einstein, Mahatma Gandhi. These particular individuals were responsible for great strides in civil rights, ingenuity, and overall social change. These were people who started revolutions in the way we think, in the way we act, in the way we eat. They engaged in what we call today as civil discourse. Now, civil discourse is defined as engagement in conversation intended to enhance understanding. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was an advocate for equality for all races. He felt strongly that all should be respected and equal, but he did not sit in his room hoping that change would come. He went out into his community and educated people about what it would mean to the people of the United States to be equal. He made grandiose speeches to the public. His I Have a Dream speech is still revered as one of the greatest examples of civil discourse today. Because of his actions, we live in America where minorities aren't treated like second-class citizens, but equal people. Now, we may not all be like Martin Luther King Jr., and we all don't have profound speaking abilities like he had, but we can still participate in civil discourse all the same. Now, we can go out into these communities and have normal conversations just like we usually do, or we can introduce topics that may be difficult for people to hear, topics that are related to your cause or whatever you want to speak about. Now, this may be dangerous because this may be considered proselytizing and may turn off people to your cause, but there are other ways to introduce these topics of conversation just by the way that you live. For example, if you are vegan, you vow not to eat meat or anything of the animal. This includes milk and eggs. You are speaking through your actions, and this in itself is a conversation. Your actions alone demonstrate your cause, and people will be intrigued and ask you questions. You can also use your talents to make your voice heard. Make a movie, write poetry, or perform on stage. Use your talents to the best of your ability. Be involved in your community. Make friends, make connections, hold the door open for people. It's the small acts of kindness that can also make a difference. Remember, nothing great ever happened from a person sitting in his room and doing nothing. Making a difference is like a journey, and it starts with a single step. And this is my civil discourse.